Hello, and welcome to From the Inside Out, where we are dedicated to empowering you with knowledge and tools to feel your best on the inside so you can shine on the outside. I'm Ashley Ringel, your host. And if you haven't met me yet, just go and check out our video about Meet the Host so you can learn more about me. So, thank you so much, everyone. First of all, I want to say who subscribed to our channel. My first goal was for us to get to 53 subscribers because I just celebrated my 53rd birthday and we did reach that. So, thank you so much to all of you who supported me and shared this with friends and family. I just can't wait to grow with you this year. Again, thank you so much for your support. And if you find the info here valuable, go ahead and give it a like and send it to your friends and family, and also subscribe to it. I would love for you to do that. So, today, let's chat about the top 7 ways to stay healthy during cold, flu, or whatever virus is out there season, right? We never know what it is, there's always something new. So, you can empower yourself right now, today. So, first, I want to give a shout out to our sponsor, Nadana Wellness, where let me put their info up here so in case you want to reach out to them. NadanaWellness.com. You can go there to visit them. Nadana Wellness is revolutionizing healthcare by helping clients find the root cause of disease and dysfunction in the body and providing healing through a foundational medicine approach. So if you or your loved ones have not been able to find the answers that you want through a traditional approach, or you're looking for a more holistic approach to healthcare, visit their website today to reach out and find out how they can help you. They work with clients in person and remotely. So the website's here, and I'll also put it in the description, the episode description, if you'd like to reach out to them. So today, what we're talking about is our top 7 to keep you healthy. So let's jump right into that. So the key is to start right now. Like right now, whether you're sick, you're well, whatever, start today. Don't wait until you're sick to start these things, okay? And start implementing these tips. So the first thing is to eat real food, okay? Real food, real food. We all know what that is. So I'm going to tell you the things to eliminate, and just let me be honest with you, and I'm constantly improving this on myself. So I'm talking to myself as much as I'm talking to you. So eat real food is number 1. Eliminate or drastically reduce sugar, like white processed sugar. Processed foods, fast foods, things that are in a box. Some alternatives to sugar would be honey or stevia, monk fruit. You also want to eliminate conventional meat, so switch to like grass-fed, grass-finished meat, or cage-free, or actually not cage-free, but free range. So there's a play on words with those, just to educate y'all if you don't know this. I learned this from my cousin when I went out to their property, and they explained to me what grass finished meant. If you didn't know, maybe you already knew what that meant, but I didn't. So grass fed means that they graze, like that's how they're fed. But if they're grass finished, that means that they bring them in to fatten them up, and they fatten them up with grass as well. Because sometimes if it doesn't say grass finished, that means that they're fattening them up with like corn or some kind of other feed, not necessarily just grass. So that's a tidbit for you if you didn't already know that. So just finding that grass-fed, grass-finished. You might have a local farmer near you. I would Google that. We have one here. We have several that are here close to where I live, where you can go and talk to them and ask them, how do you raise your cattle? Are they grass-fed? Are they grass-finished? Are they free-range chickens? Are they humanely treated? Let's support those local farmers, y'all. Just Google your local farmer. Also, eliminating conventional. Oh, and I was going to say for chicken, like free range and cage free. Cage free means that they got let out a few feet outside of a cage to go around. So cage free does not mean that they're just feeding on bugs and everything. Free range means that they have free range to go out. Again, find a local farmer. I have a fabulous friend who has a farm out in Waxahachie, and I get to get great eggs from her. Thank you, Becky, for your fabulous eggs. And they do taste different, y'all. If you've never had free range eggs, like completely just chickens that are eaten off the land, the eggs are like orange almost. The yolk is almost orange. It so has so many nutrients. So if you haven't tried those, give them a try. Also eliminating conventional milk and milk products. And specifically, I'm talking about cow's milk. Cow's milk was meant to fatten up baby cows. Okay. That's number one. And cheese, like cow cheese. Look for some alternatives like coconut milk, almond milk, goat's milk even, and it doesn't taste bad, y'all. I got some fresh goat's milk, and it actually tasted really good. I even cooked with it, and it was really, really good. Just so you know, like cow's milk, it increases mucus production. So if you're already, having a respiratory thing going on, or you feel like a lot of mucus and allergies and things like that happening, cut out that milk. You're going to see a drastic, especially the kiddos, you're going to see a drastic reduction in that mucus producing, because that is what it does, is it produces mucus. Also eliminating or drastically reducing conventional grains. So choose products that are like more of the sprouted wheat, the non-GMO wheats. Sourdough is really good because it's a fermented bread, so your body processes it a little bit differently. But definitely the non-genetically modified wheats are going to be the best ones for you. Okay, so here's some things to include. Like I said, the grass-fed, the free-range beef and chicken. And again, look for those local farmers. Let's support them. Because whatever we support is what's going to be in demand. Okay, so let's support those local farmers. And then also juicing. How many of y'all juice? Like, I love juicing. Oh my goodness, I forget how much I love it until I start doing it again. Juice, just drinking one juice daily, like this much of juice every day, can help boost your immune system. Just one juice a day. And if you want a super easy one that's very high in nutrients, carrots. Carrot juice is like one of the most highly nutrient juices that you can drink. And you only need about this much every day to just help boost that immune system. Make sure that your juicer is a masticating juicer, a cold press masticating juicer. And you can put that in on Amazon, and they have tons of them. There's even one that I have used in the past. I think it's Omega 365. And it's very inexpensive to have, and it works very well. So the second thing is going to be exercise. The second tip for you is exercise. And I know nobody wants to hear that, right? Not exercise. Well, I'm not talking about going to, like some boot camp or something like that. I'm just talking about something just as simple as walking around your block or going to a park for like 15 minutes every day and just walking at work. Maybe even you just get outside at lunch, on the lunch hour, and walk for 15 minutes. It just gets your blood moving. And when that blood isn't staying stagnant and sitting there, that can help boost the immune system. Our bodies were meant to move, y'all. Our bodies were meant to move. And it doesn't have to be anything crazy either. It can be just as simple as a 15-minute daily walk around the block or the park or at work. The third thing is to meditate. And that doesn't mean, it's just deep breathing. Like, we don't breathe deep enough. We're very shallow breathers. So breathing in through the nose. So I don't know if you know it or not, but our nose, it has all these little hairs and things, and it has the perfect pressure. God made it with the perfect pressure that we need to be good for our body. So breathing in through your nose is better than breathing through your mouth. And so when you breathe in through your nose, all the air goes through past those little hairs, and it helps filter out all the things. It's our own natural air filter. So breathing in through your nose. And the best thing is to breathe in for 6 seconds. And as you breathe in through your nose and you start practicing that, those little canals in the back, if you have a hard time breathing through your nose right now, you're more of a mouth breather, those canals in the back of your nose are going to actually get better, because the more we use it, the better it gets and the bigger it gets. And so deep breathing. So breathing in for 6 seconds and breathing out through your nose for 6 seconds, but holding it in for 4 seconds. You're going to get this rush of oxygen. Plus, when you breathe through your nose, it allows you to not release as much carbon dioxide, because we can release too much carbon dioxide. And so when you do it, breathe in and out through your nose. I've learned this from one of my mentors, and hopefully I will get to interview him one day. I would love to. Mr. Sasha Patel, if you watch this by chance, I would love to interview you sometime. But I have been mentored from afar by him, but he is one of the most amazing deep breathing experts. If you want to look up some deep breathing experts, I'll try to post one of his very awesome videos that I use all the time. Also, meditating can mean just listening to some positive podcasts, books, YouTube videos, maybe a sermon, just some positive thing that you're feeding yourself. So, whatever we put in is what we're going to get out. So, if we're putting in the news and we're putting in all these negative things all day long, that's what's going to come out, y'all. So, meditating on positive things, reading the Bible, visualizing your goals and things you want to accomplish in life, like creating affirmations. Like my affirmations, I recorded them in my own voice and then I listened to them, so that I'm listening to myself say the positive things that I want to happen in my life that are coming to fruition. Doing these things actually naturally decreases our cortisol levels, and high cortisol levels lead to a whole list of health problems. And so, just doing this, the deep breathing, it's going to decrease those stress hormones just naturally without taking anything. It's going to decrease them. So, our fourth tip is a very, very important one. Okay, y'all, very, very important. You got to get enough sleep. You really have to get enough sleep, at least 7 hours. Ideally, you want 8 hours. So, according to studies, approximately 1/3 of Americans get less than 7 hours of sleep per night. Is that crazy? So, studies show, get this, y'all, when you aren't getting 7 or more hours of sleep, it increases your chances of getting a cold or the flu and getting sick by 300%. So, just by getting enough sleep, you can decrease drastically your odds of getting sick. Chronic sleep deprivation, it leads to all kinds of health problems like obesity, diabetes, heart disease, and even anxiety and depression. So, just in that one tip alone, you can actually decrease a lot of things that are happening in your life. So, and actually, being sick being one of them. And when we're in good, restful sleep, it's our body's operating table, y'all. I heard that from Barbara O'Neill. It's when our body's repairing itself. So when you're getting good, restful sleep, it allows your body to repair itself. That's like us turning the computer off. We're turning the computer off. We're letting it reset and get ready. And what happens when you turn your phone off or turn your computer off? It comes back better, right? It's working better. So that's what happens to our body when we're sleeping. That's our off set. That's our off button to reset. So, what are some things that can hinder restful sleep? I'm going to just put this as some subtitles underneath that because I know for a lot of people that I talk to, it's hard for them to get restful sleep. And so, it's good to create routines for yourself. So, one of the things too is like not drinking alcohol before bedtime. I know it can we think that it can relax us to go to sleep, but actually our liver is having to detox that alcohol out of our system all night long. And so instead of repairing our body is working all night long. So it would be like you staying up all night and working a shift, like working at your job and then trying to be ready for the next day without sleep. So that's what's happening to your body when you drink alcohol before bedtime. And also if you eat a meal before bedtime. So really you want to stop eating 3 hours before bedtime because this is going to allow your body to completely finish digesting that food so that when you do go to sleep, it can completely focus on just repairing your body. So here's some things that can help you some more things that can help you get into that. Those are some things that can hinder you from getting restful sleep. These are going to be some things that can help you get restful sleep, okay? So taking a relaxing bath, like just, soaking in some Epsom salt, lavender oil, like all of those things are relaxing to your body. Those help just calm the body down and also send your body the signal that, hey, it's time to go to bed. Like we're getting in the bathtub. Those routines for those of you that have kiddos, we create routines when they're kids. Like, okay, we read a book before bedtime, we get a bath. That just is us letting them know, hey, it's time to go to bed. So when you create these routines for yourself, that is you telling your body it's time to go to sleep. Another thing to help you get some restful sleep is turning off the electronics, y'all. Turning them off. The phone, the TV, at least an hour before bedtime, because that allows your brain to slow down. When we go to sleep with the phone right next to us, I wouldn't even sleep with it in your room. But if you have to, like for alarms, or I would say go get an old-fashioned alarm clock. But if that's not in the books for you, or you need it for emergencies or something, if somebody's going to call you, put it like at least 6 feet or more away from you, so that you don't have that electromagnetic field also hindering your sleep. But you want to turn all those things off. Stop looking at them. Stop looking at the TV. Stop looking at electronics at least an hour before bedtime. That allows your brain to just settle down and relax before bedtime. Read a book instead. Like my brain knows it's time to go to bed because I just start reading a book, and within about 10 minutes, unless it's something really good and I just can't put it down, I am like about to drift off. So, you set the routines for your body. So set the routines for your body. Then also another thing that you can do is diffuse lavender essential oil. Now you want to make sure that you have a really good quality brand. And so I'm going to put a link in the episode description to a really good, clean, trusted source of essential oils, Young Living. I've used them for a very long time. I know there's a lot of them out there. That's just the one that I know that I have used for a long time. And so I'll put the link down there if you're interested in getting oils from there. It's not me making money off of it or anything. It's just a place for you to be able to have a trusted source of essential oils. You can even get an account with them, and you can buy wholesale. They have free accounts that you can set up to get your essential oils through. Okay, so those are just some things that can help you get into the restful sleep. Okay, now number 5 tip for you is vitamin D. Vitamin D is so important for us. 75% of people are deficient. There's studies that have shown that we have at least 75% of our population that are deficient in vitamin D, and is one of the vitamins that every cell, our brain, everything uses in our body. So it's super, super important. The best source for vitamin D is the sun. Like literally the sun. Like that's why God made the sun. That's one of the main reasons he made the sun, is for us to get our vitamin D from there. And so going outside for 15 to 20 minutes daily, nothing on, no sunscreen, no nothing. The best time is early in the morning, like at sunrise or at sunset. So you're not getting those dangerous rays in the middle of the day. But if in the middle of the day, it's all you can do, you're only doing 15 minutes, and it's, your skin. So maybe you can only stay out there for 10 minutes, but you don't need to have anything on, no sunscreen, no nothing, because it can't get through the skin. Like what we need to produce the vitamin D can't get through the skin when you have things on your skin. And then you don't want to shower at least 2 hours after that to allow all of it to just absorb down into the skin. And also, just a side note, you can't absorb vitamin D through glass. So I used to think, I can get vitamin D. I'm in my car driving, but it can't. What we need to absorb into our body, you can't get it while driving in the car with the windows up. I guess if you had your arm out the window, your bare arm out the window, you could get it that way. But just sit outside, y'all. Just close your eyes and let it soak in. It can help heal so many things. And then you can also supplement. Is good to supplement with vitamin D, since we all are really, I would encourage you to go get that checked to see what your vitamin D level is. It should really be above 40. But you can supplement with at least 5,000 IU daily to help with that too, if you're somebody who's like working in an office and you're not getting outside every single day. Okay, tip number 6 is clean up your indoor air. We're indoors a lot, especially depending on the seasons. And some of the ways that you can clean up your indoor air is by having plants inside your house. Even if you don't have a green thumb. I don't have a green thumb. So I have to get easy plants that don't die easily. So whatever kind of plants you have to have in your house, it helps increase the oxygen in the home naturally and helps clean up the air that you're breathing. Also, swap those fragrant plugins, like swap those, because that's just breathing in chemicals, y'all. Swap that out for essential oils like lavender and rose, and there's all kinds of different scents that you can get in essential oils, and diffuse those instead of those. So you'll be getting healing, good smelling air, and it's going to be helping you if you use the essential oils. So that's a way to clean up your indoor air. Number 7, our last tip, is to take a good daily multivitamin. We are like plants, y'all. We need water. We need oxygen. We need sunshine. And we also need some Miracle Grow, okay? Multivitamins are our Miracle Grow. We aren't able to get, unfortunately, the same amount of nutrients from our food like we were able to get 50 to 100 years ago, just because our soil has been depleted of nutrients because we've overused it. And so we pretty much need to take everybody needs to take some sort of multivitamin, but you want to make sure that it's a whole food supplement without all the added fillers. So make sure you look at where it says other ingredients. If you need a good brand that has excellent ingredients and I've seen excellent results with, I will include a link in the episode description so you can click on that if you need some help with that, or you can message me here. I'll check the messages, or you can contact me through email. My email is in the episode description too if you need some other recommendations. And okay, I have a bonus tip for you, and this is a really good one. This is a really, really important one too. Stay hydrated with very good filtered water, y'all. Don't drink out of the tap. Please don't drink out of the tap. You need no less than 64 ounces daily. Like, that's the bare minimum, 64 ounces. We really need to drink about half our body weight. Our body is essentially about 80 to 90% water. So in order to get everything working, just like a machine, if you can think of your body like a machine, if you don't have the right amount of fluids in your car, how does your car run? Well, that's how we are. If we don't have the right amount of fluids in our body, our organs and everything can't work how it needs to work. It's just trying to survive, just like a car. So if you can think of it like that. You can also add a few crystals of Celtic salt or Celtic salt, however you want to say it, or pink Himalayan salt. Those can help with some extra minerals in your water. And it also helps the hydration actually get inside the cell, because the water follows those minerals into the cell. So lastly, what do you do if you're already sick? Maybe you're watching this and you're like, I'm already sick. I can't do those things, because you got to hit it hard when you're sick. That's why I want you to start all those things I just told you, those 7 tips. I want you to start those now, today, so you don't get sick. But say you're already sick. So here's a few natural remedies that might help you. You can increase your vitamin C. Definitely increase your vitamin C. The best source is going to be through foods like oranges, grapefruits, lemons, limes, broccoli. There's lots of foods out there that are high in vitamin C. You can just go online and see what foods are high in vitamin C. But vitamin C is like super important when you're sick, to increase that, boost that up. Elderberry is also a great one that is high in vitamin C, and it also has a lot of antioxidants that support the immune system. It's actually been shown to deactivate the flu virus too. Just a little tip there for you that I read about. And then the other thing that you want to do, one last thing is take zinc. So you want to take zinc, the supplement zinc. 80% of people are deficient in that. So taking zinc, definitely, if you're not somebody who takes that when you're sick, you definitely need some zinc. Then you can also, a great source of that are foods. So foods that are high in zinc are pumpkin seeds and spinach. Those are two, and you can look online for those two to see which foods are high in zinc. And then the third thing if you're already sick, is probiotics, y'all. All disease starts in the gut, and a significant portion of our immune system is in the gut. So if our gut is sick and not good, it doesn't have enough bacteria and the right kind of bacteria in there to break down all the food and everything that we're taking in, then it can decrease our immune system as well. So probiotic foods are the best source. You can take a supplement, but probiotic foods are the best. So fermented foods are probiotic foods. They contain bacteria. So a couple of those are sauerkraut. You can eat a couple tablespoons of that every day, or kimchi, if you like kimchi, or any fermented foods. Fermented foods are full of the good bacteria that we need. And then the fourth thing are the best foods to kick the cold and flu. Because food's the best way. Your body's going to recognize it as hey, I'm going to let that in. It's going to recognize it. Bone broth, so chicken or beef bone broth. Ginger tea, you can make a ginger tea just with heating up some hot water and putting slices of fresh ginger in there. Some essential oils that you can use to help is clove oil, oil of oregano. And again, I have that link in the description if you need a great brand to get those from. And then I'm going to also post a recipe in here. I don't know how many of y'all follow Dr. Axe. but I follow a lot of his stuff, and he has a really great chest rubs that just to replace Vapo Rub, because Vapo Rub has a lot of chemicals and things in it. So this chest rub is all natural. It has coconut oil, eucalyptus oil, peppermint oil, some thyme. So I'll post that in the description, in the episode description as well. And that's something you can mix up yourself and use that on your chest if you got some respiratory stuff, and that will help draw all that out. So I hope these tips have helped you today. Thank you for joining me. I always want to leave you also with one thing to start implementing today to help you on your health journey. And so my one tip for you that you can implement today is take that 15-minute walk every day, just around the block. Take 15 minutes for yourself. If you don't fill your cup up, you can't give out to other people. And so fill your cup up with just a 15-minute walk every day. You're going to get fresh air. You're going to get that sunshine that you need. You're going to knock out some of these things, and you're going to get the blood moving and circulating. And so get out there and get your daily dose of sun and get that blood moving with a daily 15-minute walk. So that's my tip for you today. So thank you so much for joining me. If you found this episode helpful, feel free to share it with friends and family. And don't forget to like and subscribe down below. I'll see y'all next time at From the Inside Out. Thank you for joining me.